What's up, guys? Today I'm working on my 2004 Honda Pilot. No start. One day we came to go start the car and it wouldn't start. We used to get a couple of cranks and then it would start, but now it's just completely dead. Let me show you. Now we get completely nothing. I don't know if you could hear that. I checked the battery, we're getting 12 volts. Then I checked the positive wire going to the battery. We're also getting 12 volts there. Let me show you. It's hard to tell with no light. But there is a wire just on the start over here. I'll show you later in the video where you can check to see if you're getting power there. Anyways, I was getting power there. And going through the forums and stuff, everything led to the starter. Alternator's good, battery's good. All the fuses were good. So it would start after like maybe 10 tries, but now it's just not starting at all. So I'm going to show you a quick video on how to remove the starter and replace it. So basically what you want to do first is loosen up your hold down bracket, which is over here. Let me show you. Before you do this, you're gonna have to remove before you do the start, you're gonna have to remove your battery. And before you remove your battery, you make sure you have the radio code, because you will lose all your stations and you will get an error on your radio. I have a video on how to get the serial number of your radio, and you call up your dealership and they give you the radio code. So now those bolts for the battery hold on cable were 2 10s. You need a deep 10. Now these battery clamps are 10 millimeters as well. I already loosened them over here. So now you pull this off. Please be careful. There might be battery acid, or you know, that white dust that batteries get all the time. So we pull this off now too. And we will remove the battery in a second. I gotta pause the video, and the battery tray down there. So I remove the battery. Now you got this plastic tray. You got a clip here that you could remove with some, I guess, needle nose pliers. Let's see if I can get a good angle at that. Where are we? You can squeeze this little clip down. It's hard to do it with one hand. Where are we at? Right there. There we go. Anyways, you remove that one over here. There is also a clip up here holding it, and you pop the 2 positive cables out of the holders right there. So there's a 10 millimeter bolt right here that you're going to want to remove. This is a bracket hanging on to the battery tray. There's also a bolt right here and another one right here. I know it's hard to see. And there's also one back there. You got to remove these connectors off of the tray. Should be another one down there, just like that one. Just like that one over here. I think they're probably 14s or 17s. So I finally got the tray loose. The most hardest part was the lower one down there. I'll show you what I did. I had to jack the car up, the truck up. This is the bolt right here. To get underneath it, and on the driver's side, get this creeper through. All right, so now I'm looking underneath the car. That's the shock, and the bolt is, I know it's hard to see, but it's over here on the frame over here. When you're looking up from the top, it's right over here. and I had to use an angle 12mm wrench. I had to use this angled 12mm wrench to get it off. It wasn't perfectly flat, but the teeth was able to grab it. So now this is loose. It's like everything connected to this thing. You gotta pop this plastic off. I had to take this bracket off that was being held onto the tray as well. Over here, this is being held on by a bolt on the back side. These clips over here, these two connectors, when you're gonna try and take them off of here, they slide onto this connector over here, right in there. When you're gonna take them off, do not push down. You gotta push out, like so. Push out that way, like this. My finger gets in the way, but you push out like that. That'll slide it off. So now I take the battery tray out, and now we can start working on the starter. Alright, so now that I removed the battery tray, sorry for all this sunlight that we're getting. This is the positive cable over here. You're gonna pull this boot back. Jesus, someone let you see nothing. Alright, you're gonna pull this boot back right there. And you're gonna pull on this connector right here. I'm gonna pull that out. I need some pliers for that. You see that connector on my finger? Right in there. You're gonna pull that out. You're gonna see your bolts over here. There's a bolt right here. Come on. Okay, nothing wants to work today. Where we're at. There's a bolt right there. I know it's hard to see, and there's one right underneath. So I want to get those removed. Alright, so now I remove the starter bolt, the bolt on the back of the starter. Right there, and the little spade connector. Now let me show you the new starter. This is the new starter from Honda. It was $200 and something, 200, maybe 300, can't remember. But you have this bracket over here that's still on the old starter. You're gonna have to go underneath and remove the connector that's on it, and I guess a transmission hose. Right here, this is the bracket that I was telling you. You could remove it from the 8mm bolt, but I want to use the new one, just so I don't have to take it apart off the old one. I mean, off the new one. So I'm going to remove that also. Then we can start removing the bolts that are right there. And there's another one right there. You can barely see it. Okay, so now that we got the bracket off over here, it took a little bit of struggling because it was so rusty, but I got that off. I was able to crack the first one loose. It's 17mm right up there. The other one's underneath. I'm gonna see if I could reach it over there. I use a big breaker bar. This is a torque wrench. Yes, I know it's broken, don't worry about it, but yeah, I cracked it loose. I'm gonna do the other one now, and then I'm gonna pull the starter out. So we finally got the old starter out. This is it right here. The only way to really test this is to take it to like Pep Boys, Advanced Auto Parts, put on the dyno, whatever that dyno reader they got. This is the new one. All we gotta do is slide it in. I had to use a 1/2-inch air ratchet impact gun to take the lower bolt out. It was way too hard to take out by hand. Oh, and here's the here is the flywheel. There's the flywheel in there. My stupid light. Yeah, but that's the flywheel. So now I'm going to put it in and install it all the same way. Another tip I could give you is please be careful not to strip the bolt. This one almost got stripped. I had to go underneath and tap the socket on. So make sure it's sitting flush when you do it. If not, I don't know, you're screwed. So be careful with this bolt. so everything is bolted back. I got the starter wire, the spade plug, I guess they call it, the two bolts over here. So now I'm gonna reinstall the battery tray over here and reconnect all this mumbo jumbo. When I removed this battery tray, I realized that there's a cutout right here. This is for that lower bolt over here. You don't have to take the bolt all the way out. You could just slide it. Where is it? You could just slide it out, loosen the bolt, and then you could slide the tray out. It's right there. Alright, here she is. Put the battery back on, started her up, and she's running like a champ. Thanks for watching, guys.